Hi guys, this is Linda. I'm coming to you from Blue Point Yoga in Durham, North Carolina, and I primarily teach yoga over 50. And today I'd like to do a very quick tutorial on Chaturanga. Chaturanga is pretty standard in most yoga classes. It's a pretty standard move. Has a couple of different names, could also be called the four-limbed plank. I've also heard it called crocodile. Essentially, it is a plank where your body is in one straight line, as straight a line as you can, and your arms start to look like a little crocodile. So it's very easy to mess this one up, and it's one you don't want to mess up because over time it can really do a number on your shoulder blades. So here's what it looks like. I'm going to plant my big hands. Fingers are facing forward. My wrists are, my fingers are very broad, and my shoulders right at this point are slightly behind my wrists. I'm going to extend my legs long, and here's where it's going to start to look like a plank. And in planks, you want to reach the heels back, you want to push down through the toes, you want to push the ground away, and you'd like your head not to be too high toward the ceiling, but don't let it drop down towards your thumbs. Think about a long line from the back of your skull, your shoulders, and your hips. So you're not sagging through the middle, lift up through the the quads, pull back. So at this point, my shoulders are slightly behind my wrists. I'm gonna push through my toes, and my shoulders start to shift so they're more stacked over my wrists. Okay? Chaturanga begins with bending the elbows, bring the elbows back towards your body, and drop your body so that your body starts to line up with the bend in your elbows. That's a Chaturanga. Another way to think about this, here's how people do it wrong. They're okay at this point, then they get here, they start to come down, their arms start to go out to the side, and it starts to look something like this, and then they come down, and then they wrestle up. So I want you to think about, when you do your Chaturanga, not how far you drop, how much can you extend, and then gently lower the body between elbows that are going back, not to the side. If your elbows go out to the side, you're not going to have the strength to do this safely. So straight on, I'm going to keep my, I'll do it. Straight on, assume your plank. Pull forward, and now gently bend the elbows, point the elbows back, keep the gaze up. That's it. That's as low as I'm going to go. And for some reason, even though everyone has different proportions, this trick seems to work for everybody. Cannot figure out why. So if you have blocks, you'll get feedback from your Chaturanga because the body comes forward, elbows bend. That's about it, guys. You got to watch that the butt doesn't lift too high. It's a plank. It's a plank. That's a Chaturanga. And because I didn't have the physical strength in my teacher training, this was always my Chaturanga. My teacher always had me on the blocks. So I had to learn where you stop.